Remember the last time you became interested in something for the very first time, something you had never really noticed before, but now you see it everywhere you turn? Well, today is all about bidding for cabin upgrades. This was never really on my radar, and now I literally see multiple posts every single day. Let me share what I've learned, and let me share a very real warning. Ahoy, so's my name is Rob, and I'm here to tackle Virgin Voyages one topic at a time. Welcome to OVT. So Virgin and probably every other cruise line will give you the chance to bid for a cabin upgrade before your cruise, usually a couple of months before you sail when that final payment has come and gone and they want to cash in on what's still available. It's a chance for the ships to fill those larger cabins and suites that have gone unsold, meaning upselling to existing passengers to make a little bit more money. And of course, if your bid is successful, your now empty cabin means that they can profit from upselling it to cruisers who paid for cheaper cabins than yours. It's a really smart strategy for them, actually, and potentially a really huge win for you. My learning and advice is pretty quick and simple. Just give me a few minutes and you'll approach this with much more knowledge and maybe a little bit of apprehension too. But first, while not new to cruising, I am a pretty new YouTuber, so if you'd be willing to hit that subscribe button down there, that one right over there, I'd be grateful. And maybe that like button as well. Thank you in advance. Let's tackle the first question everyone seems to be asking, and then we'll address a concern that needs to be considered, the be careful what you wish for clause. So exactly how much do you need to bid to be successful? Well, here's a post that literally came up this morning, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you it's at least the fourth or fifth or even sixth that I've seen come up in the last couple of days. The shorter answer is no one really knows, but the longer answer is that there is some learning that's really helpful and does make answering this question easier. Of course, it depends on a bunch of factors like how full the ship is, how many cabins you're interested in are actually available, and of course, how high other cruisers bid. With Virgin, when you get that email telling you it's time to bid, you'll have the chance to bid on multiple cabins, not just the one above yours. And I think it works that way for all of the cruise ships. And I've actually heard people successfully bidding from an insider cabin all the way up to a Rockstar suite. So just know that that is possible. I also wanted to share some untrue insight online saying that it depends on what you paid for your cabin. Well, that might be a tiebreaker. Someone who made an identical bid and paid $2,800 for their sea terrace cabin might win over somebody who paid $1,800 for an inside cabin. But at the end of the day, this bidding opportunity is all about one thing: getting the most money possible for that empty cabin. If they can make $1,500 more rather than $1,400 more, that's the bid they're taking regardless of what you paid for your cabin. With Virgin, the key is to pay attention to the offer strength that's indicated underneath the bid that you're making. If it says poor, well, you've got a shot, but not a great one. The next level up will be fair, and this is the one to pay attention to. A lot of people who have bid successfully say that you should move the slider just one tick past the minimum bid for fair. A lot of people are going to tick that first offer, so going up one more tick to increase your chances, why not, right? Me, I say go up two, because this advice has been shared, quite broadly. And often, one more tick is another $20 or $30. So why not? Of course, feel free to bid more if you really want that upgrade. But if you're looking for what's that minimum bid that has a real chance of winning, this seems to be the right approach. The next advice I'm going to offer is to bid on every upgrade that you're actually interested in. For our upcoming sailing, we have a sea terrace, and I skipped the XL sea terrace because for me, a larger bathroom isn't worth the risk, which is something I'm going to get into in a minute. Instead, I bid on all of the suites that I was interested in and that were affordable. For example, there were a few that allowed me to bid for as little as $960 more. I took my own advice and I skipped that and the $980, and I chose the next level, which was $1,010. That might sound like a lot of money to you, but with Virgin, the Rockstar Suites also come with a bunch of perks that have actual value, such as a fully stocked bar in your cabin, daily cocktail parties, and a whole bunch of other things. What I didn't bother to bid on were the high-end suites that required a minimum bid of something like $2,500. Again, don't just bid for the next level up, bid for all the cabins you're interested in, and that's going to increase your odds of being successful. So that's the advice, and here comes the warning. Sometimes available cabins are available for a reason. Many are located at the front or the back of the ship where motion is much more significant. If you're worried about seasickness, these may not be the cabins for you. And others are above or beneath venues like nightclubs where the music is pumping and the walls are vibrating until the early morning hours, or even the fitness center where the keeners may be dropping weights at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Once you win that cabin bid, your cabin is reassigned and you can't change it. You certainly can't change it back. Remember my comment before that the cruise lines benefit twice because they also now get to make more money by upselling your now empty cabin? Well, consider it gone and consider all of the others gone as well. Honestly, you may very well get a great cabin and a great location, but you also may get stuck wondering what the heck you were thinking. I see the complaints online regularly, so I wouldn't exactly call them rare. Question, are you picky about your cabin location? Would being located under a loud venue ruin your cruise? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I asked my friend and first mate Melissa to run a poll for me. She has 25,000 members in her Virgin Voyages Ship Talk group, and I highly suggest joining. She asked her followers to share their upgrade experience, and as you'll see, about 3/4 of the 69 people who responded said they loved it and recommend bidding. And about 1 in 4 had a poor experience. So those are pretty good odds, 3 in 4. But like I said a minute ago, bad experiences aren't exactly rare. So please do bid with caution. Make sure you're aware of the pitfalls and weigh how bad that worst case scenario could be for you. Well, that's all about bidding for a cabin upgrade, and that's my one Virgin topic for today. Do you have any questions? Are there any topics that you'd like to hear about? Leave me a message below. And until next time, ahoy sailor.